Hi everyone, Alicia here from Business Performance HQ. Today I want to talk to you about how to get really clear on what you're truly capable of accomplishing. You know, there's lots of talk because we're at the start of a new calendar year, 2020, about what we can achieve in 2020. And, you know, I have found in the past that I have all these grandiose ideas on what I'm able to achieve and, you know, have often fell short. And that is until I started implementing a system on how I could actually almost make it fail safe on how I could achieve things. So, and here's what you need to do. I'm going to lay it all out for you step by step on what you do to make sure that you are truly capable of accomplishing something. Because here's the thing, time, we all want more time in our life, but we only always have a certain amount of time. Now, if you're running a business and you're also trying to grow your business at the same time, the only way that you can actively and proactively grow your business is to carve out time to work on the business development projects that you've recognized. So here's the stuff I recommend around figuring out whether you're truly capable of accomplishing a particular goal, and I refer to these goals as projects, for 2020. So what you need to do is take your goals that you set and look at each of them as if they are a project. So take a goal and think, okay, what's the project associated with this particular goal? Then what you need to then look at is your schedule for the year. And then you need to carve out some business development time. Now, you might decide from your calendar, looking at your calendar, that you can only afford, with your current time commitments that you have with both family, business, etc., that you can only carve out 2 hours on a Wednesday afternoon. If that's all you can carve out, block that out in your calendar, and that's what we're working with. Then you need to look at, okay, this project that you're looking at, this big goal, what's the completion date? When are you looking to complete it? So say you're looking to complete it in September. How many of those 2 hour blocks on a Wednesday, taking into account if you go on holidays and all those sorts of things, how many of those 2 hour blocks do you have available in order to complete that project? Now, is it enough? When you look at it in that first instance of, you know, say I've got 40 hours, or maybe it's 60 or 80 hours available within that business development time, is that actually enough to complete the project? So that's the first pass look at it. And if it's not, then you back to the drawing board, simple as that. But if you're like, oh, it might be, then it's a really good idea to drill down into each task that's associated with a particular project and give it a realistic time on each particular task. Now, here's the thing though, if you've always seemed to underestimate the time associated with doing a task, so you think, oh yeah, it'll take an hour, and then it takes 3. If that's you, if you always seem to underestimate, then I want you to take the time associated with each task and either double or triple it, so that you have a more realistic expectation of what the time associated with each task looks like. Now, add all of those tasks up for that particular project. So do you still fall short? Do you still fall short on the amount of time that you have with business development hours up until that project completion date, the intended date that you had in mind? Do you have enough hours? Do you need to carve out more time? Do you need to set more realistic expectations for the project completion? You know, if the date can't be moved, do you need to get help? If you can't allocate more time, do you need to get help to make that project work? You know, and if you've got more time, yay, that's exciting. What other goal are you going to fit into that business development time? You know, what other project are you going to complete? You know, and we always tend to underestimate the time we have available and overestimate, hang on, I think I just said that wrong. We always tend to overestimate the time we have available and underestimate how much time things take to do. So once you've got clear on, okay, when's my business development time, and mapping out the projects and the goals that you want to achieve for the year and whether they're achievable within that time frame, That's the reality check on it. That's going to show you whether you're truly capable of accomplishing those things or not. Now, a great book that I have read and reread and continue to use is the 12-week year, and it's called The 12-Week Year, Get More Done in 12 Weeks Than Others Do in 12 Months. And it talks about doing like a 12-week sprint of achieving goals and things like that. And it's by Brian Moran and Michael Lennington. And I highly recommend it if you are looking to be a bit more strategic about achieving the goals for 2020. I highly recommend it because it really does create a system of checking in on lead and lag indicators and things like that to see whether you're actually doing the daily things necessary to achieve the goals that you have set out. So and if you'd really like to smash out some goals and like some accountability and support for that, book in for one of the business growth chats that I have, and we can see how I can help, because I like to work in 12-week blocks as well. So my coaching programs are all in 12-week blocks. So I invite you to have a chat, no obligation. We can just see whether we're a good fit and whether I can help. So I hope you've enjoyed today's topic, how to get really clear on what you're truly capable of accomplishing. And I hope that 2020 is going to be an absolute ripper of a year for you, and you're going to achieve all the goals that you set out at the start of the year. See you tomorrow.